Go ahead. Oh, so this is our update on what's going on since we made an offer on this property. It was discovered by the seller and their geometro, or their architect, or the surveyor actually, when they were looking at the property in terms of its status, that the designs with the city, with the planning board, were different than the actual structure itself. It turns out that the structure was built in 1950 from designs in 1940, and that in that time, the actual what was built, we believe at least, that the structure was different than what was actually put on the plans. For that reason, that inconsistency, it's gone back to the planning board to decide what to do. This was the seller's agent, so to speak, that discovered it, and we're looking to engage an architect to help us with what's required. This is very different than buying property in the U.S., where these issues, even in historic districts, issues wouldn't come up. What we believe what happened is that the plans were submitted in 1948, 1949, and that lovely warm Ireland, and that at that time when they actually constructed the building in 1950, that they altered the roof and they added a staircase, which are two structures in the property that we think are really important. And as we were told, that this would have to be fixed in order to clear the title. And you can look at the drawings that I'll put up for you to look at, and you can see what has happened as compared to what was actually existing in the building itself. We've extended our offer, the time period, for another month, and we'll see where things are at. What we think happened is that when they constructed the additions, it was probably a verbal okay. But now that the property is in an historic district, it changes what can be accepted. And it's this bureaucracy that we're running into. Further our story, we have engaged a lawyer and our own geometer, our own surveyor, and as I mentioned, a architect to look at this. It's our contention that while this is not on the original plans, it was constructed. This is an original construction. It wasn't an add-on post construction, but during construction. And because of that, there should be a way to remedy this. The problem we've run into, and we've spoken to a couple of people now, is this is the Italian bureaucracy. This is what it takes. And our timetable and that of the seller are not necessarily aligned with their need to remedy the situation. But in the meantime, we're planning another trip to Italy, one to talk to the seller and to look at the property again, but also to see if there's other properties that are available, because we'll have the opportunity at this point to potentially back out of this agreement because of these issues, and allows us to find something new. We really like this house. It's a villa style house on the edge of this small city in northern Italy next to the Alps, and we think that this would be a great place for us now and into the future. But these are the obstacles that we have to overcome.